anyone strong enough to challenge this man?
Welcome back. It must be that time again for another alleged gameplay video. Far Cry 2. Here's my copy. Always like to share this with you. Yeah, and I'm pleased to say everything is there. Even that nice big map. Very substantial pack, that one. Nice little bit of weight to the box on this one. So yeah, I hope everyone's hunky-dory. We were going to kind of capture this formally, but I thought, you know what? I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, this is, as I'm filming this is my main game at the moment. So through to completion on this one is what we're going to be doing. So the Far Cry franchise, I was mad about the very first game on the PC. And yeah, I remember way back in the day, I'd even upgraded my graphics cards. I mean, Far Cry back then, you know, you've got to realize it was kind of like a tech demo, if you like. Minimum specs on it were quite high. There was so much going on, so much foliage, incredible distance draw. But that's kind of where it stopped for me. So a few years later, I played Far Cry's kind of incarnation on the 360, which is a disappointment because I think if I'm correct, I might get this wrong, I think the 360 version of the first game, I think it was in two parts. I want to say it was called Predator or something. But yeah, it was, let's just say it wasn't really a kind of true direct port of the PC version. So I could understand why it was done and why the compromises were made on the Xbox original. But on the 360 could have handled a straightforward port from the PC rather than the Xbox original. I might be wrong there, but I think that's what happened. So, but yeah, so started to play this one. The initial shock was getting used to the frame rate. I've never really been one for stats and frames per second, and I've never really got hung up on that. But it is difficult if you're now, you know, the majority of your time, if you're playing all sort of current generation stuff, and then you switch back to this. So yeah, the frame rate took some getting used to, just kind of like a mental adjustment. I think I could have chosen to play this on the one, but I've decided to play it on the original hardware. This map is interesting. It took me ages to realise that you've got to press the X button, I believe, to come out of the mini-map and flip it over to the main map. It took me ages to realise that. It was getting so desperate, I was actually going to grab the map out of the box. So yeah, but I mean, I was only like a couple of hours into the game when I filmed this. So I am quite far into the game now, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it looks like a nice, it does look like a nice game. And as you play further games in the series, I imagine you can then see what I'm trying to say, that the 360 should have really got a true port of Far Cry from the PC. So yeah, I mean I might be wrong on that, but I swear that's what happened. I'm convinced that it came over from the Xbox original to the 360, just like a kind of HD kind of makeover basically. So yeah, really, really liking this. Very simple structure. The game from a different time. No such things as leveling up your character, leveling up your gear. It's just refreshing to go back to, yeah, upgrade your weapons or buy the correct weapon, unlock it. That's as far as it goes really. Choose the right weapons. And in conjunction with the issue regarding the frame rates, first of all, in the first sort of couple of hours playing this, I couldn't quite explain the left analog stick, the way it felt. Yeah, it was just weird. It seemed like it was oversensitive in the movement, and yet only in particular directions. I can't quite explain it. So if you wanted to do like a bit of a precise sideways move, it kind of, its kind of tolerance on that part of the control method kind of shrunk down. I can't really explain it, but it didn't feel right. But anyway, I've got used to it. When I go back and play an old game, I do like to, I've got that kind of discipline to put up with it. And you'll surprise yourself, because after a few hours you begin to really, really get into it and respect the game at that particular time frame and that context when it came out. So I'm enjoying this one. Gonna finish it. As I say, I love the simplistic structure. You've got your primary missions marked out clearly. I think you've got some side quests, but they're not littered all over the map yet. So I don't think it's going to get that bad. And again, as for the subsequent games, where are we now? Are we on 5? I believe. Are we on 5? Obviously never played any of them, but I think I own all of them physically. Over the years I've just picked them up as I've seen them. So yeah, taken a long time to get a gameplay video up. I've been off with this, I've had this really bad chest infection, which is really, even now, just trying to get rid of it really, get rid of the remaining cough that came with it. So guys, I'm going to leave it there as we spread more destruction. Don't like this buggy type thing. That's no good if I get attacked. But guys, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.